Good afternoon and welcome to Chargers Outside Zone. I'm Chuck.
I'm Thomas.
And today we're going to take a look at Conor Orr's 100 Bowl predictions. This is the second annual Conor Orr 100 Bowl predictions. And last year we reviewed them.
Yes.
And then we eventually had him on the show.
Yes.
So that'll be interesting to see his second year of doing his bold predictions. I wanted to tell you up front about our series coming up on the rest of the division, the AFC West. Next Saturday, we're going to do an early look at the Raiders. And one thing we found out last year is no one watches videos like Raiders fans.
I watch Raiders content, so it would fit.
Yeah, and then the week after we'll do the Broncos and then the Chiefs.
Broncos country, let's do better than last year.
Yeah, that not as catchy as Let's Ride, but still I see where you're going with that. Then the Chiefs, and then we'll go ahead and wrap it up with the Chargers.
Super Bowl champions.
Yeah, we saved them for the last
I don't think
non-Charger team in the AFC West that we would review before once again reviewing the Chargers and see how they stack up in the division.
Yes.
So that's coming up, our early looks at all the other AFC West teams. But let's get into today's episode.
Yes.
This is a father-son hobby where we focus on team building of the Los Angeles Chargers. We are not experts. We do not discuss gambling or betting. We did a little bit in the last one, but we'll stay away from it. We weren't advocating one way or the other, but we do not give lines or anything like that.
Yes.
And we do our best to stay away from hot takes.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yes.
All right. So here is the image that Sports Illustrated put out with Conor's bold predictions. In this episode, we'll take a look at ones that are related to the AFC West and the Los Angeles Chargers. So that'll be exciting. You can find it here at the link below, or Google it. Right?
Google
should be easy enough. Just spoiler alerts here on their cover. He has the Bengals over the 49ers in Super Bowl. That's 55, 6, 7, 8, 58. 58, Super Bowl 58.
58.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay.
What do you think about the Bengals over the Niners?
I think that they should win.
Okay. I think
I like the Bengals
as a team.
As a team.
Who's built well around Joe Burrow, and
yeah.
The Niners are competitive.
The Niners are competitive, so it would be a competitive Super Bowl.
Yeah. And then he has Anthony Richardson, Offensive Rookie of the Year. I can buy into that because of lots of rushing yards, like he was talking about in his MMQB podcast with Albert Breer.
I would say Bijan Robinson.
Yeah, Bijan would be another option
because they'll probably use him.
I think wide receiver wise, you have a little bit difficulty with Jackson Smith and Jigba being on the Seahawks and Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf.
Yeah.
We'll look at Quentin Johnston here in a second, and Zay Flowers, Jordan Addison across from Justin Jefferson. So hard for a wide receiver to stand out like Garrett Wilson did last year.
Yes.
And C.J. Stroud and Bryce Young probably are going to have some difficulties.
Yes.
And I think the thing that is in Anthony Richardson corner is Shane Steichen.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, Shane Steichen was around an Offensive Rookie of the Year at quarterback not too long ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
Connor has the Cleveland Browns acquiring DeAndre Hopkins, reuniting him with Deshaun Watson.
He wants to be with a competitor, so I see a more with the Chiefs.
Yeah, Chiefs, Bills, but, the Browns are an option here.
Yeah.
And he has another major gambling scandal. We've already seen one this offseason with the Detroit Lions and I think a couple other players.
Don't think another major gambling scandal.
I mean, fingers crossed with Calvin Ridley and Jamison Williams, a couple easy for me to say, high-profile players.
Wide receivers.
Getting suspended for time. I would think that all 32 teams would have gone over the rules and regulations around gambling.
Yeah.
If they've already gone through all the data, pre-Jamison Williams, hopefully that's all the players, because it would be really detrimental to the sport if you had a large swath of players that were suspended for a period of time. So fingers crossed he's wrong on that one.
Yes.
All right. Here's a little bit.
It would make great television, though.
Lots of a major gambling scandal, wrecking NFL games.
It would make great television for Skip and Shannon.
They're breaking up.
Or
Get
whoever.
Up, First Take, somebody, Pat McAfee's show on ESPN.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on.
Yes.
One bit of off-season prediction here, somewhat related to the Chargers. Connor has Joe Burrow will do something cool with his contract so the Bengals can re-sign all of his wide receiver friends. The way this relates to the Chargers, obviously Justin Herbert's in line for a new contract. Will Justin Herbert give a hometown discount of sorts, similar to what he's predicting here that Joe Burrow would do? Obviously, Justin Herbert is likely next to sign.
Yes.
Before Tua or Joe. So, what do you think? Justin gives a little bit of hometown discount to help build the team, or does he go for 55 plus?
55 plus.
You go for the money? I hear you. Either way, his decision, the cap will go up. I don't think that he's in the same boat as Joe Burrow with Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase. There's a lot of mouths to feed there in Cincinnati because the wide receivers on the Chargers are already under contract. Yeah. Quentin Johnston's the next one out there. Just a different scenario. But I just thought I'd ask the question.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at the AFC West. Oh, no, I'm sorry. So these are things that are across the NFL play-related type things that I'll hit you with.
Okay.
All right. He says, something catastrophic will occur during a botched running of a rugby-style short yardage run, obviously otherwise known as the infamous butt push. So do you think something catastrophic is going to happen? ACL tear or something else?
I think nothing's going to happen with the Eagles.
Okay.
I think there's going to be copycats around the league.
Yeah.
So maybe a copycatter.
All right. So you think somebody on an offense or defense, not in an Eagles game, has some type of season-long injury?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the Eagles have perfected the butt push.
They have. I would agree with that. Next up, the squib kick will rule 2023, obviously related to the
what is
fair
the squib
catch.
Kick?
The squib kick is when you don't kick it long for a touchback or high for, a pop-up short of the goal line. And it's not an onside kick. It's just like when you kick kick it to hit the ground or just be a floater
No.
and like head height. So
No. I don't.
you're out on the squib kick,
No.
even with the fair catch rule?
Even with the fair catch rule.
Okay. All right.
Because I think most players, when they have the adrenaline in their soul, will run it out.
Yeah, well, the
because-
squib kick is the kicker,
Because
kind of just punching it down the field.
no.
Yeah, I once again, like we said in the last episode,
I don't
It's
get-
not a requirement for returners to fair catch it. I think this is going to be a giant nothing burger.
A giant nothing burger.
The next one is the RPO will get a stylistic makeover. So, out of the Philadelphia Eagles Carson Wentz era, you had the run pass option. And then in the new Jalen Hurts, you kind of have the run pass run.
Okay.
And so he's saying it'll get a stylistic makeover given Jalen Hurts' success over the past 2 years and the soon to come success of Anthony Richardson. We'll start hearing a twinge on the abused RPO acronym. It will be more commonly referred to as the RPRO, adding, as the Eagles have an additional run option to stymie opponents. Good luck catching Richardson on one of these. So this is the Shane Steichen offense in Philly migrating to Indianapolis. I'd buy that. That's that's a low bar to clear.
I think for Philly and the Colts,
Yep,
I think they will use it.
of course.
I
Do you don't see it spreading past those two teams?
don't see it spreading all those teams. I don't see all of them using it. I see the two Shane Steichens, former, current, using it, but all the others. Brock Purdy might use it here and there.
I don't think that's in his repertoire. I think Kyle Shanahan knows what he's doing out there.
Yeah,
You don't want Brock Purdy on the run
yeah, but
with all those other weapons. But, so this is adding the R so that people distinguish between run pass option and run pass run option. So there you go.
I don't think.
The last one related to gameplay, the strategic lateral will gain momentum as a more regular occurrence. So we saw Travis Kelce catch the ball in the playoffs and then lateral it.
No.
And then he was about to do it again. You're out on this one as well?
No, I'm out.
Okay. Fair enough.
Because
I think it's one thing to have Travis Kelce do it. I think some coaches would be highly upset if, one, are they going to trust a player to do it? Highly unlikely. If a player did it, not named Travis Kelce, probably going to lose their mind.
well,
It would be awesome to see somebody on the Raiders do it.
here's the thing. The all the other teams doing it, it's on tape, so they've seen it before.
Well, I mean,
They've known the game plan for it against the 49ers. They can... If another team uses it, I would be shocked.
the lateral.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to the AFC West now. And this is the only Denver Bronco one. He had something about Russell Wilson in the number 31, so he starts off here with, speaking of Wilson, I predict he will not start a majority of the Broncos games under center.
What?
And he says, why? Sean Payton is particular. He's the head chef, and while the quarterback is an integral part of making up his game plan, if you're not running the plays as designed, he's going to find someone who will. Jarrett Stidham, fresh off a solid end-of-season run with the Raiders, looks to be a kind of Peyton Muse while the coach formulates the real long-term solution that he likely spent this entire offseason plotting.
Well, here's the thing.
So the question for you is, does Russell Wilson start 9 games for the Denver Broncos this year?
He better.
He better. The Waltons are paying him a lot of money, but it's Walton money, so does it really matter?
No, but everyone was up in arms about, Russ being there last year.
Yeah. So you're saying that Russell Wilson will start 9 games?
Yes.
All right.
He better, because he has a bunch of money.
He has a bunch of money coming to him for sure. The Raiders here, we will get really upset about something strategically savvy the Raiders do this season and blame Tom Brady. I'm fine with that.
What?
So like last year, the kickoff thing where they started to use a tee, and if they did something like that again, would the NFL fan base, say, "Oh, that's Tom Brady, minority owner coming in"?
The head coach. Remind me, who's the head coach?
Josh McDaniels.
I did not hear Tom Brady come out your mouth.
You're saying, yeah, so he's saying it'll be blamed on Brady because, he's a mad, evil genius. I'm sure if something does happen, there'll be another broken cell phone.
Josh McDaniels is an evil genius like Raiders fans say. He should be coming up with...
So you're saying blame Josh McDaniels and not Tom Brady?
Yeah.
All right. Rumblings will emerge of a Devontae Adams trade request.
Yes.
I mean, this is going to happen sooner rather than later.
Yes. I'm buying every stock of it.
Yeah.
I'm predicting a team. The Titans.
Well, I mean, it's just a trade request. I don't
Yes.
think he's going to go to the Titans.
Yes. But
Aiden O'Connell will start at least 1 game for the Raiders. I think
Yes.
once again, this is yes.
yes.
We'll get into it when we do our early look at the Raiders. But I think this Aiden O'Connell, Josh McDaniels hookup
Yes.
is they're not going to wait very long to see what they have in Aiden O'Connell,
Yes.
even though he was a late round pick.
Yeah.
As we move on to the Chiefs, Felix Anadike Uzama will have the most sacks out of the rookie first-round pass rushers. So that's more than Will Anderson, more than Tyree Wilson, and more than Will McDonald.
No.
So the number 31 pick in the draft to lead all rookies in sacks.
No.
How about it's Kadarius Toney season? Prediction for the 2021 first-round pick, 55 catches, 620 yards, and 7 total touchdowns. The Chiefs relied on Toney's speed a year ago. And while Sky Moore will be the true pace setter for this offense this year, Toney will add a maddening flavor, diversifying all the ways in which Kansas City can already beat teams.
No.
Out on that one?
Who's the tight end?
Travis Kelce.
He's still there. So
Yeah. Well, he's
get most of the targets.
right. But, a Kadarius Toney breakout is, it's not 100 catches. It's something lower than that, and
I would
we'll see.
put it at 70.
Well, he has 55. So if you go at 70, then you're saying it's Kadarius Toney season.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's not.
Good thing. All right. His 63rd pick. This will upset you, I'm sure.
All
The
right.
Chiefs will be undefeated heading into their bye week, week 10. Apologies to the Lions, Jaguars, Bears, Jets, Vikings, Broncos twice, Chargers, and Dolphins. So he has the
It could happen. They're the Super Bowl champions.
he has a Super Bowl rematch against the Eagles on Monday Night Football. Will be the only thing standing in their way of a perfect record at Thanksgiving. So
Yeah. I could honestly see that.
all right, let's get into the Chargers one. Austin Eckler will lead the NFL in total touchdowns for a third straight year. That would be great.
That would be, but you have all these weapons.
Yeah, but has the offense really changed at this point by just adding Quentin Johnston?
No.
No. So I mean, it's probably a good call that he'll do it again. I mean, he's done it twice in a row. Let's see. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Neither Mike Williams nor Keenan Allen will lead the Chargers in receiving. You should like this one because the Chargers decided to prevent an aging out of their receiving core by working a year ahead in the 2023 draft. Maybe Quentin Johnston will be the guy. Maybe
Yes.
Josh Palmer. Either way, a pair of Chargers offensive stalwarts will witness a changing of the guard.
Yes.
I would probably go more Quentin Johnston than Josh Palmer. I think maybe if Josh Palmer were to lead the Chargers that something's not quite right.
Yeah.
The Chargers will make the best remaining signing of free agency by nabbing John Johnson III.
Who?
I love this prediction. John Johnson III was a safety for the Los Angeles Rams. He signed with the Cleveland Browns in free agency.
Okay.
Brandon Staley coached John Johnson III. So he has here as some added color. Johnson was lost in a horribly schemed Browns defense, but can reunite with former coordinator Brandon Staley to make magic again. Staley is the closest thing we have to a definitive this coach needs to win big season, and he will not take any chances when it comes to depth in his secondary.
Yeah.
I think John Johnson added to the secondary with Nasir Adderley leaving would be great at this point of free agency.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the Cowboys running back.
Well, Zeke signing somewhere, you think that's the best signing to happen?
On the offense, but I think on the defense, this is the only name on the defense I've heard.
Yeah, this is a big name for defense. Let's see.
Yeah.
At number 80, he had Justin Herbert won't set a career high in touchdowns, but he will set a career low in interceptions. Herbert will throw 33 touchdowns this year under new offensive coordinator Kellen Moore. He will throw only 9 interceptions. Dak Prescott threw at least 10 in all 3 full seasons he played with Moore as offensive coordinator. There you go. I think we would love to see it, right?
We would love to see it, but I honestly think less interceptions means more touchdowns.
Yeah, I think what he's saying is they'll focus more on protecting the ball, not airing it out as much,
Okay.
and then leaning on Austin Eckler, Isaiah Spiller, and the running game to punch it in.
Sure.
All right. As he wrapped up his 100 bold predictions, he had Jamar Chase winning the Offensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett winning Defensive Player of the Year, and Joe Burrow winning his first MVP award.
Could see
all coming from the AFC North.
Could see it.
I think if Burrow is having an MVP season, does the Offensive Player of the Year and MVP come from the same team? Who knows? But hey, that's his guys.
Yeah.
We'll see if Myles Garrett ever lives up to that number 1 pick in the draft. He's a he's a great defensive player by himself, but let's see how the Browns do.
Yes.
And the last but not least, Taylor Swift will headline an absolutely ham-fisted smorgasbord of surprise stars at the Super Bowl halftime show.
No. I do not care about the halftime show.
Oh, man, come on. The only part of this one that I have issue with is it will cost the city of Las Vegas $700 million and derail several high-profile public transportation projects. We don't want that to happen. So, you're out on Taylor Swift?
I'm out.
Being the halftime show?
She's popular.
She's huge. She's playing Chicago 3 days next week.
Huge. I could see it, but I think at the Super Bowl, they'll find somebody else.
Yeah.
Maybe someone that lives in...
I wouldn't worry about that. They're going to try, like last year they got Rihanna, they're going to try and, make it a banger.
Yeah.
So, what do you say we get out of here?
Yes.
All right. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Chargers Outside Zone. Do us a favor. Get on Twitter at LAC Outside Zone and follow us here on YouTube. Please like in the video, subscribe to Chargers Outside Zone, turn on notifications and all that good stuff. You can find us on our website at chargersoutsidezone.com. Email us at chargersoutsidezone@gmail.com. Like I said, this Saturday coming up, we are going to do our early look at the Raiders. And please join us every Tuesday and Saturday for a new episode. Thanks for joining. Have a great week. Take care.
Bye.